On a day that promises to be very breezy, warm, clouds, then clouds and sun in the afternoon, making way for a whole lot of sunshine, and a warning that says, please be extra careful. Don't do anything too strenuous because you're going to max out to 31, but it's going to feel like 36 if you've got no shade or no cover. That's the day, Saturday, 29th of April, 2023. And boy, is it a good day for cricket when you look at those weather conditions. When we look at what is predicted, it's a glorious day for cricket. And today we are here at the match day number 5 in the T10 Dream 11, getting ready for matches 9 and 10. My name is Jason Skeet. Good morning, everybody. Good and welcome also to Rondell Clyde John. Momentarily, we will be joined by Rafael Crony, but for now, it's Rondell Clyde John with me, and we will be taking you through the paces of match number 9 on day 5. The first match, a rematch of last year's finals, the Bayleaf Blasters and the Cinnamon Pacers. Before we do anything else, let's go down to the middle and let's take in the toss.
Welcome to the toss on match day number 5. It is a big one. We classify it as the Battle of the Champions. The winners of Season 1 versus the winners of Season 2. The question, who will take bragging rights and most importantly 2 points after this encounter? We have here with us at the toss the captains for this match, Mr. Andre Fletcher, the away captain, and Mr. Devon Smith, the home captain. Our match referee, Mr. Carl Felix, is here to adjudicate the toss. But these two captains, they are raring to go. Two of our more experienced and decorated cricketers, their squads battle here on match day number 5, game 1. Mr. Match referee, over to you.
Captains, welcome to the toss. Home captain, Devon, you would spin, Andre, you would call.
The call is for a head, and for the first time in the tournament, it is a head. Andre Fletcher have won the toss. Nutmeg Warriors. Andre, winning the toss on this match. What's the decision of the Warriors?
We would have a bowl first.
You guys, you seem to know how to win tosses. That's what, 3-3?
Well, yeah. I look at how the trajectory of the coin, and I don't want to sell myself out, but I know what to call.
Bayleaf Blasters, two of the most experienced team in the tournament, Warriors and Blasters. So you know the guys very well. Played with a number of them for quite a number of years too. Asking them to bat first on this wicket, what do you want to restrict them to?
Well, as low as possible. I know they have a strong batting lineup, experienced batters. But having said that, we have to come out there and execute our plans, bowl well to them, and try to restrict them as low as possible.
Speaking about bowling, must have been pleased with the effort of the bowlers in the previous encounter.
Yes, I was, and we don't want to be complacent. Cricket play on the day, so hopefully we can have a good day today.
All right, well, Andre, all the best for this match and the rest of the tournament.
All right, thank you.
Devon, being asked to bat first, I'm sure you know once Andre would have won the toss, probably something you'd have been asking you to do. But with that said, what total you think would be a good one you guys would want to defend later on?
100, 110 would be a good total. They have a good batting lineup as well. They have the light of Fletcher, Jono, Kotai, very experienced as well. So haven't said nothing, taking nothing from them. I think they have a good batting lineup as well. So.
All right, especially in your batting, you guys have depended a lot on yourself and Dennis, but I'm sure you'd be hoping that the openers can get you off to a good start in this encounter.
Yeah, that's the game of cricket. Sometimes you look for certain things, but you don't get it. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. We just have to work with what we have and hope that, they really pull up something good today so we could get a good start and have a good finish.
Let's talk about your bowlers. They have yet again been on top for you guys, probably the most consistent aspect of your game. I must be happy with the bowling unit at present.
Yeah, I'm very happy with my bowlers. I haven't said so. The thing got it. Once you bowl well and feel well, I'm not too worried about batting. But once you bowl well and feel well, you will tournaments.
All right, well, Devon, we want to wish you guys all the best on this match and looking forward to a good performance from all you guys and for this one and the rest of the tournament.
Thank you very much.
So that was the views of our captains from this encounter. They are both confident of winning this one. We will wait to see, and at the end of this, we'll know who will get 2 important points. That is all from this ceremony.
Well, there you heard it from the middle. The Nutmeg Warriors, they won the toss, and like everything else, like it has been happening, they will have a bowl, so they've sent in the Bayleaf Blasters to have a first strike at the wicket. Nothing. Well, the more things change, the more they remain the same. You would hear that. All right. Good day for cricket. And John, what are your anticipations for today?
Well, if we're going to go on what we've seen from the previous year of the Spicer T10 Bayleaf Blasters, they seem to have some sort of dominance over the Nutmeg Warriors. Is it going to continue here today? That's the question. This is the first time that these two teams are meeting in the third edition of the Spice T10. So definitely the Nutmeg Warriors will want to, get the advantage here. But Bayleaf Blasters, they would have bragging rights, and they would want to ensure that they keep it.
All right, let's look at the teams quickly. The Bayleaf Blasters, of course, they are led by Devon Smith. What do you make of their starting lineup? Because they've left out Cameron Augustine and Alvin Ramnath. Looking at the team on paper, we know that they've got a good all-round team, so to speak.
Yeah, definitely. They have a pretty good all-round team. What I'm yet to see is the depth of their batting. The two Smith in Devon and Dennis, they have been carrying the bulk of the work. Can they not expose, the tail, those that go past Dennis and Devon? We need to see what they're made of. If they're going to go, continue further into the tournament, they would want to ensure that they give the depth, they understand the depth of their team. So definitely it's an interesting team. Very strong all round, as you said. Bowlers, they've really been there. Shaba Noel has been bowling pretty well, picking up some wickets. You have Rogers being there, being a bit tight here and there. Hamilton, we saw, has been bowling pretty well, good areas, really asking good questions. So definitely they're there. They're a team that is looking really good. They're high on confidence. They might have lost a game. They came back. And so definitely you can look forward to them continuing to press and to push towards the championship.
All right. Well, the Nutmeg Warriors, they put their pride and strength in their batting. They're led by Andre Fletcher, and there's some huge hitters in this Nutmeg Warriors, being coached by Junior Murray. And these Nutmeg Warriors, the beaten finalists last year, they've been known for their hitting. Didn't get the opportunity to get off yet.
Well, again, we've seen Fletcher, really command one of the last game that they played in terms of, taking the control. They lost Charles early, and so definitely we're yet to see what he can bring, to the Nutmeg Warriors team. But you have the likes of Imran Joseph, who we know is a big hitter, always looking to go after the bowling. Sheldon Joseph, we've seen him a sort of all-round game. You also have Shedrack Descartes, who is also able to really put, willow to leather. And so they have a pretty powerful batting lineup. The bowling has been, pretty steady. They still could, in my view, tighten up a bit, but they've been doing so well so far.
All right, well, the men out in the middle, they're out there. You can see them on your screen now in the distance. Rupert Hollis and Sean Manwarin. And shortly we'll be seeing the Nutmeg Warriors taking to the field because the Bayleaf Blasters are going to have a bat. Looking back quickly at last year, remember we were saying this match has been poised nicely because it's just around the middle of the tournament. It's day number 5, and it's the first time they're meeting in this edition of the tournament, the third edition. Now, let's look back at the scorecard from last year because these two teams met in the finals. The Nutmeg Warriors, they had a bat first in the finals and was able to score 78 for 5 of their 10 overs. The Bayleaf Blasters, they responded in good form and only required 8.5 overs to get to 80 without one. So the Bayleaf Blasters were a lot more dominant in the finals last year. Now we're seeing the depth of the batting really coming from the Nutmeg Warriors. What do you make of when you look at the scorecard last year? Are you anticipating a low-scoring game like this, or are you thinking that just maybe the Bayleaf Blasters would want to put a whole lot of runs on the board, understanding the depth of the Nutmeg Warriors batting?
Yeah, definitely the Bayleaf Blasters, they would want to make sure that they get a total above 100. They were able to, really capitalize on the low total that the Nutmeg Warriors put up last season in the final. But looking at the ground, looking at what has happened, the pitch is still good for batting. The bowlers, they get a little bit here and there, but it's generally good. So they would want to ensure that they get a total above the 100 mark to ensure that, they can pressure the Nutmeg Warriors.
All right, well, Kavim Hodge was there with Devon Smith last year. He's not in the squad this year. He's moved on elsewhere. But Devon Smith got 40 in the finals and Kavim Hodge got 34. Devon Smith 40 off of 27 and Hodge made his 34 with just 24 deliveries. So explosive batting from them up at the top. And, of course, Keyshawn Mitchell and Akim Alexis were there. And Donald McDonald also contributed in the runs for the Nutmeg Warriors, but nothing to write home about there. Now, they're really we are anticipating that this is going to be a high-scoring game. The Nutmeg Warriors are on the field. The Bayleaf Blasters are coming out, and in the middle, we can expect the man wearing the number 9, that's Wendon Charles, and 45, that looks... No, the Bayleaf Blasters, sorry, wearing number 9 is Shaba Noel. Yeah, Shaba Noel, and it looks like Weavel Benjamin. We'll tell you better. I can't pick up from here, or is it?
Yeah, it seems to be Heron Campbell.
Heron Campbell, right? So Campbell and Shaba Noel will open the batting for the Bayleaf Blasters. So a good day for cricket, good sunshine, and Alex Moses would most likely open the bowling for the Nutmeg Warriors. They would really want to pick up some early wickets here, the Nutmeg Warriors. The Bayleaf Blasters, on the other hand, would love to take full advantage of the 4 overs power play.
Yeah, that 4 overs would be key. I think this is the idea. As we see Shaba, I don't know if Weavel is injured, but Shaba coming and open is a different mindset to what has happened before.
First delivery is punched square of the wicket and just rolls out a backward of point, and the first run of the morning. And Shaba Noel is credited with the first run of the morning. So the Bayleaf Blasters are off and running.
Yeah, they're off first delivery and one easy single completed. But definitely with the field up, I'm looking forward to some maximums.
Angling it through the onside, just picking up one again, rotating the strike nicely. Just feeling out this wicket. It's a different wicket. This is the first time they're using this particular wicket in the tournament. For the first 4 days, a wicket to the left, to the right of your screen was being used. Now they're using this wicket, so want to feel it out. He's going to be penalized for that, surely. And extras have been called into play in over number 1. Want to maintain a nice steady line and length. Don't want to drift too far too soon.
Yeah, well, they still have a bit of discipline. I think the Nutmeg Warriors, their discipline has been, gradually coming in, but they would want to make sure that they're a little more disciplined with their bowling.
It's cramping the batsman for room, and good bowling, but good batting, able to pick up a single. That man at whitish mid-wicket gets in on the action. Just 1. So already 4 runs in the over. And 3 deliveries bowled.
Yeah, looking forward. I'm still trying to figure out the mindset of the batsman, Jason. I've seen the first 3 deliveries. A bit short, but I haven't seen anyone looking to, really take a hold of it.
Getting some lateral movement off the turf there. She cut back at him. She came into him sharply and having to make some adjustments. Could have spelt trouble there. Averted the danger. All's well that ends well.
Yeah, I'm looking at the approach again of the batsman, and a batsman a little bit more aggressive would have just loved to get inside of that and get it to fine leg.
Just 1.
So pretty even over so far, nice and steady. a bit of movement, but I'm still hoping that we can see a bit of aggression coming from the batsmen.
This time he's turning it and turning it well with some vigor out to deep square leg. Just one. So that brings up the end of the over. At the end of over number 1, the Bayleaf Blasters are 6 without loss.
Yeah, easy going there. I guess as you rightly said, the assessment of the wicket. These guys have taken a couple deliveries. Each of them, Campbell having 3, Campbell having 4 rather, and Noel 2. So they've seen a little bit of what the pitch is offering, and one would hope that they would get a bit of momentum going just to ensure that they utilize the power play a little bit better.
Oh, Josh Thomas is going to be operating from the Darbo end for the Nutmeg Warriors. He's a tall chap. Should be really running in hard on this wicket here to the Bayleaf Blasters. He's gone with him first one. Just drifting down leg, but he was able to carve it and through the offside, using a lot of risk and angling the bat through the offside, and 4 runs. The power aid maximum, the power aid smashing 4, that should be. The power aid smashing 4, the very first boundary of the morning, and it comes off the bat of Aaron Campbell against Josh Thomas. So 4 runs being brought up here and going over the infield and making no mistake at all. Back past the bowler. Just 1. Josh Thomas not running in with that piece that he was known for.
Yeah, again, I think he's just trying to make sure that he gets a feel of the wicket. So the new strip seem to be causing, the teams to just have a quick assessment. And so Josh has not been really going as yet.
Oh, he's bowled him. Oh, look at this. So unfortunate. He's not? Okay.
The bails didn't fall.
The bails didn't fall. Well, if there's a stroke of luck right there. And you say he's not running in, maybe trying to feel out the wicket. I tell you something, if you've got to feel it out, you've only got 1 delivery to feel it out. You've got a maximum of 2 overs to be bowled here, just 12 deliveries. There's really no time to try and figure things out. You've got to figure it out before getting into the middle. And Josh Thomas really, as a fast bowler, would really want to run in on this surface. Better ball pitched up outside the line of the off stump, giving him room, and the batsman flashing 1. He will come back for 2. Easy 2 completed. And
Let's go.
So it seemed like, again, he's trying to get a feel of the mindset. We were thinking it's 2, but it's only 1.
It's only 1.
So definitely there is no urgency from the Bayleaf Blasters. It seems like, they're just taking their time, in terms of this approach.
Still going outside the off stump. Danger here. And danger averted.
Let's go, Georges, man. Work, Georges. Work, buddy.
Yeah, pretty quiet start. I think I'm still trying to assess is it that they want to be as careful as possible going into this game, or is it that they're not willing to back the firepower that they have? I think it's very quiet by the Bayleaf Blasters.
I think both teams are very passive. You really shouldn't be. The bowler should be running in hard, and the batsman should be looking to score more. Not in that wayward form, of course, but No damage done. 12 without loss at the end of over number 2. So these Bayleaf Blasters are going steady at 6 runs per over.
Yeah, 6 runs per over here gives you only a total of 60. So I think they need to put a little bit more into it. They would want to get over the 100 mark, definitely. I'm not sure what's the game plan, but is it that they're leaving the job to be done by Devon Smith and Dennis Smith, as we've seen them doing, or is somebody else going to really try to get after the bowling and try to ensure that the Smiths have less work to do?
Well, Shadrach Descartes now operating from the River Road end. Descartes, of course, from the neighboring island of St. Lucia, was pretty decent in his bowling first 2 matches. This time he's cramping Shaba. Shaba able to get the easy single eventually.
Yeah, easy shot there, just getting inside. A little bit finer might have given him a cracking 4, but he got a lot of bat onto it and was just able to turn it to the man at short fine leg, where Thomas was able to make a relatively easy save. So they need to maybe start looking at the gaps and getting that ball to the boundary.
Well, he did look at the gap and he did get it to the boundary. Just 1 bounce and rolls over the ropes now. So another cracking 4, and this time it coming off the bat of Aaron Campbell, wasting no time and sending Descartes back over his head, and another cracking 4. So the score moves on to 17 without loss.
Yeah, good shot there by given width and pitching pretty close to him, and he was just able to play through the line of that ball, full face of the bat, 4 runs.
This time he's going hard, he's going, and it's gone all the way. Another power 8, a power 8 maximum, the very first power 8 maximum of the morning. And boy, did he lunge onto that one, and he lunged onto it in a flash, got inside the line quickly, and it was dispatched with authority.
This is what we're talking about. This is T10 cricket, and he saw it, and I could imagine his eyes lit up. Short delivery, acres of space to put it, and why not put it all the way over the ropes? 6 runs.
It's pretty close. So the umpire keeping his hands straight to his side.
Beautifully disguised slower ball there by Descartes. He actually got a little nick onto it, but because of the lack of pace, it was not able to carry to the keeper.
Descartes has been bowling pretty average. He's been spanked around this ground. It's not a small ground by any chance, and he's been spanked around this ground one too many times. If you ask him, he Descartes would tell you that. He's from neighboring St. Lucia, and one of the 6s that was just struck there by Aaron Campbell was heading to St. Lucia. Trying to play it off his hip, and had he gone for the single there, would have been very fatal. Decided against it. The umpires in the middle, as we told you, Rupert Hollis and Sean Manwarin, in charge of the action on the field this morning, and this afternoon rather. And the score 24 without loss, and the final over of the power play coming up, over number 4. 24 after 3 inside the power play. It's pretty pedestrian, I think.
Yeah, very much so. I am still anticipating. I'm expecting a little bit more explosiveness from the Bayleaf Blasters. I'm expecting them to blast their way through the power play.
Yeah, they really should have, shouldn't they?
I think they have the batting. Campbell can strike the ball really well, as we've seen with that last maximum that he hit over the square leg region. And so definitely Is it that he's not fully confident, or is it that, you know, they just want to ensure that they have a steady start? But this is T10. We don't have much time to say that you can get yourself in. You got to go from ball one, especially when you know and understand the team that you're playing against. They have some firepower.
Yeah, well, let's see how that works out. Alex Moses has now been brought up to this end. He's wearing number 29 on his back, and you can see him in the distance there. He's going to be operating from the Dabo end, and he's going to be heading to Haran Campbell. Campbell is on 19 after 11. Oh, playing him very good, pulling him through the onside for 4. That's a superb shot. He was always in control of it, and it sat up there just waiting to be punished, and it got the treatment it deserved, a power 8 cracking 4.
Yeah, good shot there again by Campbell. So Campbell seems to be the one that has decided to be the aggressor. As we look at that again, short, wide, tugging it through the leg side. Easy boundary, dissecting. Though there was a man out there, he couldn't get nowhere close to that. Good, powerful shot.
Mistiming it. Really would have wanted to do a whole lot more with that than just a single to a very short fine leg, a whitish fine leg. It was more yeah, whitish. It was more squarish, but would have loved to do a whole lot more with that. Advancing down the wicket is Shaba Noel, and head in the air, looking to send it all the way back upstairs to the commentary booth, and only playing through the atmosphere.
Yeah, again, this is the sort of aggression that we would have loved to see a few overs earlier. I think they have pressured themselves a bit in terms of, you know, really going after the bowling, trying to unsettle the bowlers who seem to be in good rhythm right now.
Again, good intentions, making nothing of it. Alex Moses would love that. Probably want to send in the Yorker right now. It would be a good time for him to contemplate sending in the Yorker. 2 short pitch deliveries had the batsman hooking. 1 in the block hole now would work perfectly. Yes, not in the block hole, but he was cramped, and that would have been danger there. Had he struck there, good work in the field, and boy, that was close. Had he struck there, it would have spelled danger. 30 coming off of 23 deliveries. That would have been danger.
Yeah, I think the gods were with him there. Definitely nowhere in the picture when that ball crossed. So had Katoy struck that stump, the Cameroon just had to turn and return to the dressing room. But again, put in some pressure, so now they seem to be a bit busy in trying to rotate the strike. I think they've left it too late.
It's up in the air, miscued. It's going to be caught at mid-on, and easy catch taken at the end of the 4th over, the end of the power play. The wicket falls, the wicket of Haran Campbell. Campbell goes, and all sorts of trouble early up now, not getting among the runs as they would really want to in the power play. And the Bayleaf Blasters are 30 for 1 at the end of 4.
Yeah, a good knock by Campbell. Late tried to, you know, just give the innings that bit of impetus. But one would expect a batsman of his quality, you know, to be aggressive from ball 1 and to ensure that, you know, the score at least rushes up as quick as possible. Definitely that was not the approach. It was a steady approach. But assessing what has been done and knowing the batsmen to come, I think they would take that and say it was a good power play.
Well, Dennis Smith, the wicket keeper for the Bayleaf Blasters, comes in. The first of 2 Smiths. The other, of course, being his uncle, Devon Smith. And now he is here. He's got deliveries to negotiate.
You bowl right, I'm over.
It looks like Imran Joseph, who's going to be coming in from the River Road end.
Yeah, Joseph needs to really settle in there. I think the opening batsmen of the Bayleaf Blasters have given the Nutmeg Warriors a chance to settle, and so the bowlers that have gone in, they've done pretty decently. So he needs to back this up now with some decent pace and line and length.
It's cramping. Shaba Noel, a quick single is on. This could be danger. Oh, he just made it. Now they're going to come back because he did had a shy at it, but with his feet to the stumps. And had he struck there, it would have been danger for the new Smith coming in. But it's Devon Smith, actually. Is it? Dennis Smith. Yeah, it would have spelled trouble for Dennis Smith. And Dennis Smith was no way near, but he lived on to fight another day. And in the meantime, the batsmen crossed for 2.
Yeah, 2 very well-run runs there. They were aggressive, took the chance, and it paid off. Instead of 1, they got 2. So definitely they're looking to put a rush onto their innings now.
Ill-advised, wayward, naughty shot offered. Was lucky to not make any contact with it. It could have spelled danger for him.
Yeah, with so many innovations in the modern game now, one would expect that he probably would have just rammed that over the keeper head. There's vacant spaces there that no one is there. So definitely they need to bring in some innovation. Let us be able to describe the beautiful shots that he's played.
These umpires are not giving anything away at all. Been very much on point, stringent, zero tolerance for anything drifting down the leg side. And the extras pile on. 5 now in the extras column, 33 for 1. Wide ball called down the leg side.
Yeah, again, Joseph just pitching that one short of a length.
Don't know what he's thinking now, because Shaba Noel seems to be in all sorts of mental confusion, and he's not been playing good cricketing shots at all. He's probably trying to hope that he got some kind of edge onto it, but too much of a dangerous shot at this stage.
Yeah, I think that one was through him faster than he could imagine.
This time he makes connection and dissects the field on the onside. They go for 1. It rolls out to the boundary. Will it get there? No, the fielder wins. They work in tandem. 1, 2, they're looking for 3, decided against it. And a good return coming in off the boundary. And Shaba Noel turning that one into the onside and picking up 2 runs easily.
Yeah, that one again pitched up at him, and so it's closer to him where he's more comfortable and he's able to just find the gap. And so he's looking good out there, but we still need him to be a little bit more aggressive.
A good bowling there. Very good bowling. Danger. Danger. He's gone. Oh, that was reckless batting. That was nothing short of reckless batting from Shaba Noel. He thought the single was on, really. Dennis Smith stayed planted in his ground like a nutmeg tree. Didn't go anywhere. Well, like a bayleaf tree in this context. Didn't go anywhere at all. He was firmly planted, and Shaba Noel was left outside there in the middle without a lifeboat, without a life jacket. And boy, did he feel the pain, because now he's heading back to the dressing room. A fruited dismissal. Shaba Noel being run out by Joseph for 7 of the bowling of Imran. Well, Imran Joseph actually doing his own work, because he was the bowler, ran up and just kicked it onto the stumps. And Shaba Noel perishes, going back to the dressing room after facing 15 deliveries, only picking up 7 runs, a fruited dismissal, and that brings Devon Smith into the wicket.
Yeah, a bit of carelessness there. I don't think he heard the no of the non-striker, who early, recognized that the bowler was onto the delivery and called no, but Noel mind really not into it, but he's just focused on getting the rotation of the strike and perishes.
When you take off as a Ferrari and you get to third gear, it's difficult to pull compression, hit the brakes and clock a reverse. If you know anything about driving, you'd know that would be totally impossible. Rafael Crony will join us after this delivery. Coming up, it's the final delivery of over number 5. 35 for 2, the Bayleaf Blasters, the defending champions, playing against the Nutmeg Warriors, the beaten finalists in last year's tournament. And a lot would really rest on the shoulders of Devon Smith here in this innings. Joseph comes. And Joseph goes wide down, waywardly so, down the leg side. And surely the picture on your screen tells the story. Wasn't sure if he was bowling on this wicket or the other.
Yeah, you could see it from the load up, the arms coming across so far across the body that the release could never be at Devon Smith, and so he needs to just relax. I think I don't know if it's the pressure of having Devon Smith at the end, you know, knowing that Smith is in good form, striking it really well. I don't know if he's conscious of that, but he needs to focus.
This time he's wide outside the off stump, and Smith was really looking to just slap him through the offside, but making no connection there. And Clyde Rondell John will have himself a Dasani water break, and Rafael Crony, who has been having a Dasani water break all morning, joins us now. He's well hydrated in this hot sun. 32 degrees, a maximum outside there. Good day for cricket, Rafael Crony.
Very good day and good afternoon, Jason, and a really brilliant day for cricket. And one hope that it will continue like this throughout the day, which will give us the opportunity to have really 2 good competitive games.
The weather forecast has not predicted anything different, and so we're holding the master to the predictions of the Met Office. The Bayleaf Blasters are 40 for 2, and 2 batsmen now at the crease yet to get off the mark. Dennis Smith on 0, Devon Smith just joining him, they're on 0, and the Bayleaf Blasters really would need to start making something out of this. Sheldon Joseph, and this time he's gone, he's going. Dennis Smith is going, and he's gone. He's caught out of down on the square leg boundary, and Dennis Smith perishes, looking to go over mid-wicket for 6, and it was fatal.
Yes, I think he was looking to hit it a bit straighter, and that ball came into the right-handed Smith and sort of dragged it a bit squarer and was taken. Very simple catch at mid-wicket area. Akim Alexis came in there and take a very simple catch, and suddenly Bayleaf Blasters continued to struggle this morning. One felt that the start this morning was a bit, lackluster. Maybe we didn't see that a bit sedate. I'm wondering, Jason, now they are playing their 4th game in just 5 days, and I'm wondering if it's not beginning to show on the players. This T10 game, this short version of the game, you have to do a lot of work in terms of preparation for the game. And I'm just wondering if you are not seeing it in the movement of the players out there.
Well, coaches around the world and former players around the world watching will tell you that cricket is a game that is designed for the physically fit. You've got to be physically fit to play this game, mentally fit as well, and that seamless cohesion needs to be there. And so when you're young and agile and fit as a fiddle, you'll be all right. This time he's short and really should have done more with that. It sat up there and waited, but Wavell Benjamin just getting in and facing this first delivery, not really taking full advantage of it. Should have just waited a little bit late and played it a little bit later and would have been carved through the offside for 4, Wavell.
Yes, should have hit it a bit square, play a bit later, so he picked that gap and gets it down to the backward point boundary.
Slower delivery, fuller in length, smart bowling. Sheldon Joseph understanding the nature of the situation.
Yeah, good variation by Joseph. They really held this one back. But I think Benjamin was really equal to it as he pushed it in front of him. We have seen here now a change. Benjamin, we know, was at the top of the order. We have seen him come in here at
This time he's going with him, but not very far at all. Just on the edge of the circle, and Wavell Benjamin just picking up one. You were making a comment about Wavell Benjamin.
Yes, he batted at the top of the order early on. I think it probably would have been his second game or so, open the batting, I think it was. And now we are seeing him drop down the order, coming in at number 5. So a change of strategy in terms of the batting order.
Not quite sure if it's strategy, if it is something that they were relegated to doing, really, because he was going for a ball in the field yesterday when they played yesterday, and was helped off the field, was limping, showing that something was wrong with his right ankle, some discomfort there. This time Devon Smith is looking to send this one up to the Darbo Hills, or maybe just in front of the Grenneck Power Station, making no contact with it at all, and the eyes lit up of the wicket keeper, just hoping and praying for an outside edge.
Yeah, it has been a good over so far by Joseph. Again, we have seen him taking the piece off, and Smith was only into that shot.
Devon Smith not looking himself at all. He's been totally out of character here, and really he would want to settle in and do some more, because his team, he's the captain of this team, really depending on him. 41 for 3 at the end of 6.
Yeah, tremendous over by Joseph. We have seen him really using all the variation in this particular over. This first over just going for 1 run, and really has tightened the screw on Bayleaf Blasters. 41 for 3.
Yeah.
We have had some 6 overs being bowled, with Benjamin on 1 and Smith not yet off the mark, really up against it. And
Too much.
they would be really hoping just to turn the tide a bit, in probably picking up a few boundaries just to release the pressure. But they're really up against it.
What they need, if it's one thing they need now, is boundary, and they would love to buy one, but the only currency that they've got is the willow, and they need to use it. It's a good delivery, well negotiated by Wavell Benjamin. He's a good batsman, isn't he? Always finds himself in the line of the ball and playing it very well with authority. A little bit discomfort, obviously, on his right ankle. So he's been dropped down the order this morning, and but he can still handle himself with the bat.
Yes, interesting to see him, taking his time a bit. He's the sort of player that really loves to put bat to ball.
Signaling just the 1 for the over.
Yeah, a bit fortunate to get away with this one. Joseph does have some pace, but I think he lacks the sort of discipline in terms of line and length. And we would have seen him in the last tournament, and this was one of his area, I think, that he fell short.
This time he makes connection with it, but it's not comfortable at all. It was spooned in the air, and the wicketkeeper settled under it, and the gloves coming into play easy and comfortable, and Wavell Benjamin is departing back to the pavilion. A fruited dismissal. Wavell Benjamin on his way. He's caught at the wicket of the bowling of Imran Joseph, and the Bayleaf Blasters are in real deep waters here now. 42 for 3, and we're just inside the 7th over. They're not scoring at all.
Yeah, he was beaten for pace. Yeah, I think it was a quicker delivery from Joseph. As I said, he do have some pace, and the bunks, I think they really had Benjamin in some difficulty as he was looking to pull. I think he was looking to probably hit him somewhere over square leg, and it took high up on the bat, and the keeper just had to move back to take another simple catch. And really at 41 for 4, Bayleaf Blasters really is up against it.
Well, going at this rate, a current strike rate of about 6.5, close to 6.5, and that's where they really started. The first 2 overs only yielded 12 runs, so they've been going pretty steady, just about 6 runs an over, and they really need to do more than that, because going at this rate, right now they could only get to about 63 if they continue. They really want to mount that up. Somebody needs to come in here now and play a cameo, and all eyes will be on Kamal Hamilton, a tall, lanky guy, and of course, with a long-handled bat, and when he holds on to it, well, it stays hit. So they would love, the Bayleaf Blasters, that is, they would love to have him going. He's there at the wicket with his captain, Devon Smith. So some youthful exuberance, matched with some experience for the Bayleaf Blasters now at the wicket. Devon Smith is yet to get off the mark. Seems to have been there for an eternity already.
Yeah, Nutmeg Warriors certainly has taken the advantage the first half of this game, and probably looking to take some revenge, being beaten by Bayleaf Blasters in the final. And certainly they are really keeping things very tight.
Oh, well. Penalized by the umpire, no ball. But Hamilton, of course, doesn't look too comfortable there at all with that shot. It was the wrong shot, but more importantly, a free hit now been signaled. Imran Joseph being penalized by bowling a no ball. So the free hit in this form of the game means that the batsman could only be out via the run out. So Hamilton would want to keep his eyes on it and probably aim for somewhere outside of the stadium. Kept his eyes on it for sure, but was only able to get it up to mid-on for an easy single.
Yeah, well, certainly they didn't make it easy. Lack of a bit of communication. They was not sure, but eventually actually made it in safely. But Joseph is generating some pace, and really, you would really want to break the back of Bayleaf Blasters.
Good shot by Devon Smith, turning and playing it off the hip nicely. And it's a good shot. Good shot from an experienced batsman. But only bringing up a single, you would wish that he would have played it just a little bit later. And, of course, would have been a little bit finer and would have gotten a boundary. Wow. And living dangerously is Hamilton. He was fishing for it really and got the healthy outside edge. And it went all the way into the boundary for a power 8 smashing 4. Nothing smashing about that one really. He was beaten fishing. And had there been another addition to the slip cordon, it would have been singing a different song.
Yeah, again it was quick. It was lifting. It left the left-handed Hamilton. And it went just past the first slip and went down to the boundary for 4. But I think he deliberately was looking to stay down in that position. I don't think he expected to get it so close to the keeper or to the fielder for slip. But picked up 4, and 4 runs now. I think it's so valuable for Bayleaf Blasters.
So Sheldon Joseph in his second over, his first over, just going for 1 run and picking up a wicket. Sheldon Joseph would love to pick up the scalp here of Devon Smith. Runs for the Bayleaf Blasters are like diamond and gold. It's difficult to find. They can't find any at all with any conviction at all. 48 for 4. Oh, living dangerously there again. Devon Smith almost chopping this one onto his stumps. And when it's not going good for you, it's just not going good. You've got to try and do something to change your own fortunes, Rafael Crony.
Yes, and Joseph is bowling is not bowling very fast, and really, as I said before, he's really taking the pace off. So Devon Smith will have to really use a lot of force in terms of picking the gap.
He's turning it into the onside. Just 1. Good work for Devon Smith. Good work picking up an easy single.
Yeah, the ball is not coming on, and therefore it makes it more difficult for stroke play. And Smith there again, looking for the big shot, but the fact that the ball is not coming on, just have to push it on the onside.
Well played. Easy single.
And he continues to bowl very good line and length, and really difficult for shot making.
Well, the 50 comes up for the Bayleaf Blasters. 50. The 50 coming up in over number 8. And they would have loved to get to 50 way before this. But 50 coming up in over number 8. They're currently 50 for 4 with 2 deliveries remaining in over number 8. And going at this rate, they're going to score maybe just about 67. The ticker at the bottom of your screen there tells the full story. All right, Hamilton is on 6 and Devon Smith on 3. One, 2 is the thought, and then thought against it. They would really want to start taking some more chances now, going after the bowling a little bit more. Sometimes you've got to beat the bowler off a good length.
Yeah, there certainly should have been 2 runs in, but again, we're not seeing the positiveness even in the running between the wicket. The fielder was right back and long on, and bowler having to run to his left should have picked up 2 there.
Easy shot by Devon Smith. He's been bowling on a good length, has he, Sheldon Joseph? And all the bowlers really of the Nutmeg Warriors finding a good length, you know, and would really want to continue along that. But the Bayleaf Blasters, on the other hand, probably the batsmen need to maybe take a step outside of the wicket. The wicket keeper is back. So you take a step outside the crease and try to throw the bowler off a good line. Is that what you would advise them to do now?
Well, in cases like this, you have to make adjustment. You realize that the ball is not coming. You have to make some kind of adjustment. As you rightly said, it may mean that you step out a bit and maybe try to, just allow the bowler to think more. Just to get him off the line that he's bowling. Well, we haven't been seeing that. But we have to give him credit. Joseph has bowled it 2 overs just for 6 runs and picking up 1 important wicket. So he has bowled well.
Descarte coming in and ball just playing it. The batsman Devon Smith just playing it up to mid-off. Was really looking to do more than that. Was trying to maybe play it kind of square of the wicket, a little bit square, but was beaten for pace. All ends up by Descarte, Shadrach Descarte from neighboring St. Lucia. Devon Smith is batting with a tire today, isn't he?
Yes, just struggling a bit. This one, again, leaving the left-handed Smith, looking to cut again. You could see that the pace just seemed to have been playing a bit too early.
This time he makes connection. Danger here. 1 bounce just in front of the fielder that was running around from square leg and from mid-wicket actually, and was able to just clear the boundary. A good stroke by Devon Smith. A power 8 smashing 4. Was a little bit close to the fielder. Could have been a little bit dangerous, but eventually picked up 4 and 4 welcome runs.
Yeah, good positive shot by Smith. I think he got over this one and hit it just to the left of Alexis, who's on the mid-wicket boundary.
This time Devon Smith is playing square of the wicket. He is strong there. And another cracking 4. So Devon Smith has now seemed to turn on the heat just a little bit. He was back and playing it square of the wicket. A trademark Devon Smith shot, and boy, did it look good.
Yes, superb shot. And as you said, this is where he's really strong. On top of it, and really smash it past the point fielder and race across the toughest surface for 4.
Devon Smith is going again, looking for another 4 backward, just around mid-wicket, but just able to pick up the 1. But his intentions were very clear. Was probably trying to play it a little bit more backward, maybe just around square leg.
Yeah, and I think he probably would be a bit disappointed not being able to make use of that. Not a short delivery, only able to hit it down to Akim Alexis, who is on the square leg boundary.
Well, Hamilton is showing that he is batting down that region there for a reason. He's not been too confident. That brings up the end of the over, over number 9. So just 1 over remaining, and the Bayleaf Blasters are 63 for 4. Are they really mirroring the score of last season? Because when these two teams met in the finals last year, it was a low-scoring encounter. and the Bayleaf Blasters ended up winning. But right now, on a wicket like this, you really want to score runs because the Nutmeg Warriors, they would have upped their game, and they've got a lot of batting inside their squad.
Yeah, you would expect that Bayleaf Blaster to really want to put on a challenging score. But, you know, as I said before, you haven't been seeing that sort of impetus even as they started. You know, pretty lackluster, sedate in the starting, and really they have struggled right through. We have now have completed 9 overs, 63 for 4. And they will be disappointed with their batting performances.
Some spin bowling being introduced now by Andre Fletcher, the captain of the Nutmeg Warriors. He's got Akim Alexis, the man who was working hard down on the square leg boundary the last 2 overs. And Hamilton is driving him well, just picking up one, doing the smart thing with 5 deliveries remaining in this innings and giving the strike to Devon Smith, the more accomplished batsman. Not that he's shown that he's in better form today, but the more accomplished batsman, Devon Smith, now moves in to strike. The Bayleaf Blasters would love this.
Yeah, well, the best chances are allow Smith to take the rest of the deliveries. So I think he did the right thing, just giving the captain the opportunity to lead.
Smith is driving up to the onside. The call is 1, looking for 2. They're going to come back for it. And eventually an easy 2 because the work down there in the deep is not the best of pickups. They've been really rehearsing that pickup all morning, these Nutmeg Warriors, but was able to pick up an easy 2. Devon Smith is going the aerial route this time. The call is catch. Is he going to catch it? Obviously not. It clears the boundary. Devon Smith coming all the way down to long on. 6 runs, a power 8 maximum. And the score moves on to 72 for 4.
Yeah, good shot by Smith. Having to reach for this one, but use his power in his batting. He was able to hit it over long on. And the fielder on the boundary. They had to look at it go over his head, but good positive shot by Smith.
This time Smith goes again, and this one is even with more confidence. Turn getting on the inside, and he smacked him for another 6. So Akim Alexis has been placed on pause here by Devon Smith.
Yes, certainly he has gone for 15 runs in this over, still with 2 deliveries to go. Smith races to 27, 78 for 4.
Devon Smith going again. The call is 1. And he didn't take it, and wisely so, because with just 2 deliveries remaining, Devon Smith decided against taking the single. It was an easy single, the ball coming up to mid-off, but he refused to take it. He wants more of Akim Alexis.
Yeah, he was looking for that maximum with his final delivery.
Final delivery of this inning, Akim Alexis to Devon Smith. Smith is going and going and going and gone. 1 bounce over the rope. 4. Power 8 smashing 4. And Devon Smith brings up the end of the innings for the Bayleaf Blasters. 82 they scored for just 4 wickets. And going at a strike rate of just over 8 runs and over. And the Bayleaf Blasters only able to put 82 on the board. 82 for 4. Is 82 sufficient for these Nutmeg Warriors?
Well, it's runs on the board, and when you look at Nutmeg Warriors, the batting strength they have, you would want to think that really is not much runs. It's not much runs for them, but you never know. Runs on the board is runs on the board. Good over, final over, 19 runs coming off that first over bowled by Akim Alexis. So I think they will give themselves a chance. The fact that they've got it up to 82 for 4, I think they ended on a high and probably will give them some momentum going into to defend that total.
Well, Devon Smith, 31, ended on 31 off 18 deliveries, and strike rate, healthy strike rate of just about 172 for him. And the Bayleaf Blasters now being set the Nutmeg Warriors actually being set 83 runs to win, and good scores coming in from Haran Campbell, who went for 23. He was caught by Joseph of the bowling of Moses. After that, really no runs being scored except Shaba Noel, who scored 7, and a couple of ducks, and Kamal Hamilton not out on 9. disappointment for Wavell Benjamin, who was really in form but miscued one and had to go. He was caught by Andrew off the bowling of Joseph for one, and the score 82 for 4. In the bowling department, the wickets being shared pretty much even. Akim Alexis, he got 1 for his 2 overs of 12 runs coming off of it. The other wicket taker, Imran Joseph, 15 for 1 of his 2. And Sheldon Joseph, 6 for 1 of his 2. Everyone else was really punished. And no wickets for Shadrach Descarte. He went for 21. He was the most expensive of the bowlers. And Akim Alexis going for 19 of his 1. And down on the field, we've got Kerry, who is down there, and he seems to have Sheldon Joseph with him. Kerry, talk to us. All right, well, we are back here and being set 83 to win. The Nutmeg Warriors will be taking to the field in a short while. In the meantime, we will have ourselves a Dasani water break and we get ready for the chase. Rafael Crony?
Yes, we expect it to really to be not too much a difficult one for the Nutmeg Warriors, but you never know with runs on the board. But just a little bit before we take this short break, the wicket being played on a new wicket today, and we have seem to see that the batsman struggle on this wicket. So we never know what's going to happen. What are you going to take some more spin? I probably would create that sort of unevenness, but we expect it will be a keen contest, and the Nutmeg Warriors certainly will go in with a lot of confidence trying to chase this 83 for victory.
Those stories will be answered, those questions will be answered, and the stories will be told when we come back here at the National Stadium for the reply.
But when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me, yes, I can. Whenever you're in need, yes, you can. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever your road leads, we'll be right there with you. Wherever your road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next side, next side, next side, right next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Welcome back here at the National Stadium. Conditions continue to be brilliant, beautiful for cricket today. As we look at the Bayleaf Blasters now taking the field, umpires Rupert Holas at the southern end, Sean Manmoring, he's at this northern end, or pavilion end, as they continue this fixture. Rondell, Bayleaf Blasters 82 for 4, must be disappointed with that score, but certainly runs on the board. We still expect some form of competitiveness in this game.
Well, as long as it's T10, it's only 60 deliveries, 83 runs. It's more than 60 balls. Definitely, you will want to ensure that you get some sort of momentum going. They did not get momentum with the bat. Let's hope that they can get some momentum with this ball. They have Shaba Noel, who is in amongst the wicket. Hamilton, he's been there amongst the wickets. So they will depend a lot on these guys to make sure that they do what they didn't do with the ball to ensure that they continue their winning ways.
Yes, and we do have the likes of Neil and Pascal, I think, who has been brilliant so far. He bowls with pace, a lot of variation, get a lot of movements. This is actually a new strip that has been used today. So it will be interesting to see the bowling of Bayleaf Blasters. One has to give Nutmeg Warriors a lot of credit in terms of how they have bowled. I thought that the bowlers bowled well. They used the pace well. They took off pace, and it didn't look so easy for the batsmen to play shots. But again, it will be interesting to see the sort of reply as Neil and Pascal going to pick it up from this northern end, just to see what happens. So Andre Fletcher, he's going to take the first delivery together with Johnson Charles, and what are opening partners we have seen. Charles and Fletcher, who would have probably done that, umpteen of times.
Yeah, well, a lot would rest on the shoulders of these two gentlemen, ensuring that they give them a good positive start. And we know that they are hitters of the ball. They're not going to come around and really try to block and put and push and prod, but definitely they will attack. And so they would hope that they could roll over the Bayleaf Blasters in a hurry.
I've seen it there, Pascal. And one would expect that these two players, right, will have something going. They both represent St. David's, and we know that they always have this sort of competition between them. First delivery by Pascal, it was pretty quick, very close to Fletcher, who just had to get out of the way. This one is clipped off the pad. Slow delivery, but Fletcher picked up 2 in the process, and you can see the positiveness there. Even though he was sort of beat, or he didn't get it where he wanted, just over the mid-wicket, and pick up the first 2 of the innings.
Yeah, as I said again, definitely Fletcher will go after him. Fletcher is not the type of batsman in a power play situation to hold back. He knows what Nealon is serving up, and so it's just a matter of picking which one.
Lovely shot and just past the cover fielder, and again dunked to the boundary for 4, but again probably should have done better in the covers there.
Nah, that's a cracking shot. I mean, he got on top of it. You could see him just reaching there, making sure that he get over the ball, and it's a freebie more or less. And Fletcher being able to find the gap, just get it away from that man there at the short cover as it races into the boundary. It's the power play. It's about the 4s and 6s.
This one is hit over cover again. One bounce into the boundary for an cracking 4. Again, pitched up by Pascal Fletcher. Cool and calm, just give it a full treatment, hit it over cover.
And this is what we're talking about. Knowing the likes of Andre Fletcher, he's not going to hold back. You pitch up in his half and he's going to go with you. As we see there, he just playing that one through the line. Easy peasy for him. There's no one out there right now. And so once he gets it over the infield, it will disappear to the boundary. A power aid smashing 4 off the bat of Andre Fletcher.
It looks very focused, is Fletcher. There was nothing rushing about this one. You could see him just very calculative in playing that ball over cover. Now, fielder being placed right back on the cover boundary. And he's down the track again. He's going to beat the fielder at mid-off and pick up another 2 runs. And again, slow delivery ball by Pascal there, and Fletcher again was looking to clear the long off boundary. Just went over the fielder at mid-off who had to run back. Fletcher pick up 2 more, and it's 12 without loss. We are in the first over.
Really good aggressive batting there by Andre Fletcher. Some 5 deliveries, 12 runs off it. At this stage, the first over, Bayleaf Blasters were only 6 runs. So definitely the ploy is to get this thing over with quickly.
Another quick delivery by Fletcher, by Pascal there, and really just seemed to have take the shoulder off Fletcher, but really quick, really good competitiveness between these 2 players.
And this is what we expect from the Bayleaf Blasters and the Nutmeg Warriors. Pascal, just ensuring that he reminds Fletcher, hey, I can bowl this thing really quickly, even if I give you 2 slower balls. But Fletcher really did well to get out of the way. I think the ball might have grazed him a bit. But really good comeback, really good shot delivery from Pascal. It's what we expect from these 2 teams.
Really aggressive cricket, and this is what you want to see. Really competitiveness between these players. Pascal, who would have represented the Windwards, together played with Fletcher a number of times, would have known each other, and really they have been going at it in this first over.
Yeah, run rate of 12 so far of the first over. Definitely one now looks at Johnson Charles as he takes his guard. Is he feeling that sort of momentum that Fletcher has already placed on the innings? Is he able to ride off that momentum and continue to get that ball across the ropes?
Well, we'll see as Hamilton pick it up from that southern end, and he's bowling left arm between the umpire and the stumps. Push down to mid-off.
I think the mode that they're in, this 83 will be chased down very quickly. So
play to backward punt again, just a misfield there. The fielder going down casually there. We have seen the second sort of misfield. That shot was played beautifully by Fletcher, but the fielder at cover probably should have made a better effort. And we have just seen one just going to the fielder. It's 13 without loss. We are in the second over, Hamilton's first over. Fletcher is looking for the big shot. I think Hamilton really pushed that one to right up. Made it difficult.
Yeah, good delivery there by Hamilton. I think he saw that he gave himself some room.
Another good delivery. Not giving Fletcher the room. And he's this one just had came off the bottom of the bat, go to short backwards square leg. And he's hitting beautiful shot between cover and extra cover. And that one went down to the boundary for 4.
Really outstanding shot. This shot is a really outstanding shot because the men were there and he had to pierce that gap in order to get that ball because it was aerial, but he was able to just surgically get that ball through the gap there. As we look at it on your monitors, right in between the fielders and down to the boundary for 4.
17 without loss. Again, really good bowling right up Fletcher, looking for the big drive and not being able to get hold of it. It just went bouncing in front of him, and that completes the second over. The Nutmeg Warriors looking to get 83 for victory. They are 17 without loss.
Yeah, really good over there by Hamilton in the context of the T10. This over just going for 5 runs. Although Fletcher was a bit aggressive against him, but he responded really well and putting the ball into some good areas where Fletcher couldn't really get underneath it. And so definitely Noel, who's going to be coming into the attack, will want to back up this over to try and put some pressure onto these two hitters.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Johnson Charles We know his power, and he's going to face Shaban Noel. Noel coming from this northern end, commentator's boot end.
Well, Noel so far in the tournament has some 3 wickets at an economy of 8.67, an average of 17.33. Will want to give his team a breakthrough.
Again, Johnson Charles looking for the big drive, but not moving his feet as that ball went outside the off stump. But again, you probably see there in terms of taking the pace off, and it went too low to the keeper.
Yeah, variations is key in this T10. You have to serve up something different.
And hit down to mid wicket, goes over mid wicket. Powered maximum went over the ropes for the first maximum of the inning.
Again, a beautiful shot, easy shot by Johnson Charles. When he hits these balls over the ropes, it looks so easy. Swinging through the line and getting it all the way over the ropes for a powered maximum. Really too short, needs to be a little closer. Don't allow him to get the arms.
Another shot delivery straight to mid wicket, and it's taken. Another shot, shorter delivery, pulled from outside the off stump, and hit straight to the field at mid wicket, and really held on after the second attempt.
Johnson Charles will be totally disappointed. What I would consider a long hop outside the off stump, pulling it straight to the man there at mid wicket, and who bubbled a bit but was able to hold on. He hit it powerfully, but it was just too straight to the batsman. He had nothing had to do but just to get their hands in position and to take what would be a really scorching catch.
Yes, again, looking for power there, looking to pull from really outside the off stump. Only succeeded in hitting it straight to the field at mid wicket. And the Nutmeg Warriors losing the first wicket, the big wicket of Johnson Charles. He just went for 4.
So again, Shaba Noel in amongst the wicket for his team. He's trying to ensure that his 2 overs, really account for his team being at the top. And so definitely good job so far. A lot rests on his shoulders, and he's really shouldering the responsibility really well.
So Charles caught by Pascal and bowled by Noel. He went for 7 at 23 for 1. And we are in the 3rd over as Kieran Kotoy, left-handed Kotoy, replaces Charles. And a miss there as he came forward and probably just touched the hands of Noel. Would have been a great catch if he could have hold on to this one, picked up a single in the process.
Yeah, Katoy looking to be positive, but not really trying to hit it really hard, but just playing through the line of that one. Maybe it held up a bit on him. Noel, in his follow-through, could not have gotten that hand to it. It would have been a dream if he got that hand to it. They would be, really pegging back the Nutmeg Warriors, who are set to explode at any minute. So definitely game on. Good pressure being applied. How can the Nutmeg Warriors respond? It's only 83 needed for victory.
So the aggressive Fletcher comes back into strike. Again, no timing, pace off, no timing. And Fletcher reaching for this one and just went bouncing out on the onside.
Credit must go to Noel. He's really bringing the bag of tricks today. Really looking to take pace off, looking to ensure that he has the batsman reaching, not really giving them a chance to settle and to really get their body into position.
Kane played down to cover. The cover fielder comes off the boundary. Again, no timing. That completes a good over by Noel, just going for 8 and picking up the very important wicket of Johnson Charles.
Yeah, 3 overs gone in the power play, 1 over to go. Noel has done really good as he completes his over, going for 8. But what is important is that 8 has contributed to a bit of pressure, being placed on Fletcher. Losing the wicket of Johnson Charles will have him thinking a bit more. I know that he would be confident because Kotoy can hit it around, but a lot would rest on him now.
So Hamilton going for 5 in his first over, which was a really good over.
There we go.
This one is driven straight down to the long on for 4. Again, good shot by Fletcher. Just get into the pitch of this one and stroke it powerfully. The man at long on had no chance.
Yeah, what he did there was to move a little bit later. If you look at the replay, he moved a little bit later, and so he was able to pick the trajectory of the delivery.
He's looking for the big shot, and Hamilton keeping it close to Fletcher there as he give himself room, go outside the leg stump, give himself room again, looking to take advantage of the straight boundary with no one straight. Made no contact. Lovely shot again, giving himself room and smashing that backward point. And it just speed the fielder at point down to the boundary for 4.
Really, this is what it's all about. It's about the cat and mouse game. Fletcher moving away, trying to give himself room. Hamilton recognizing that this is what he wants, tries it to get it shot and to beat him over the top edge, but Fletcher equal to it and getting it past the man there. 4 runs.
33 for 1. Fletcher is cutting straight and dropped at point there. Ball going straight to the fielder and not being able to hold on to that catch. Really try to pick up who is the fielder there, but again Fletcher pulling away to give himself room.
Yeah, he had no control there, and Benjamin, I think Benjamin would really feel bad about missing the wicket of Fletcher because that's a big wicket.
He down the track, hitting, let's go. This one goes over long off for a power hit maximum. Well hit, he was to the pitch of it and hit it smoothly over long off for 6.
Hamilton would feel really aggrieved looking at that ball sail over his head for 6, knowing that he just had an opportunity, and had it been gobbled up, that Fletcher will be back in the hut. That delivery may not have been a 6, but again, Fletcher responding well, making sure that he puts that bowler back under pressure.
Yeah, bowlers will feel really hot in those situations. Well struck by Fletcher. He was to the pitch of it. As we see that, Simi looking for another delivery. 39 for 1. Nutmeg Warriors. Fletcher on 31. Kieran Kotai on 1. They have lost the wicket of Johnson Charles, but they are now scoring at some 10.17 and just require another 7.14 to get up to 83.
Yeah, 44 runs off 37 deliveries, nothing too challenging for the Nutmeg Warriors once they keep this pair out there. At this stage, the power play would end with one delivery going. It would be the end of the power play. The field would spread, so they can just milk it around and pick up 1s and 2s, and definitely they have an easy victory. But I know that the Bayleaf Blasters, they will not rest. They would not want to settle and allow them to just milk it around. So I would hope that Devon Smith would want to keep, some attacking options going and make sure that he puts these 2 men under pressure.
Yeah, ball just came back, and this is not a small field, so really it was a big hit by Fletcher.
Yeah, well, we know that Andre has good timing and is pretty strong and can clear pretty much any boundary around the world. So this one here is no option for him.
So Hamilton gone for 14 so far in this over. A good delivery right up. Fletcher was looking to use his feet. That completes his second over. Hamilton 2 overs for 19 runs. The end of 4 overs, 39 for 1.
39 for 1 in the 4th over. Some 9 runs ahead of where the Bayleaf Blasters were. So at this stage, you still would say that things are pretty even, Stevens. nothing really to write home about a difference of 9 runs. But I think what the difference here is that they were able to only muster 82 runs in their 10 overs. So definitely with the likes of Fletcher and Katoy in there, Joseph to come and so on, you know, there's still that opportunity where they can score and score quickly.
Yeah, Nutmeg Warriors do have quite a bit of firepower. And Fletcher has shown so far 31. That's Belfon. Belfon. Pick it up from this northern end. And hit. Let's videos just go over mid wicket. Power hit maximum just over the head of the field at mid wicket. And he picked up his first maximum, 45 for 1.
Yeah, beautiful shot there by Katoy, whipping that one off his legs. As we look at it, I'm just lifting it. I'm not trying to overhit it, but he definitely timed it well. Got it over that man. Though the man was there, but he was confident that he can clear it. And he has done so, bringing up a power hit maximum. But again, you see the mindset of the Nutmeg Warriors. They are going to go after it. They're not messing around.
Yeah, they are very positive. And this is what we didn't see in the batting of Bayleaf Blasters. But they're really positive and taking advantage of any loose delivery.
So once they continue at this rate, the game should be over in maybe just about 3 overs time.
It's driven straight. Let's see. This one goes over the long on boundary again for another power hit maximum. To the pitch of it and really hit it smoothly as it really sailed over long on for another 6.
Again, committing a cardinal sin, going up, getting too close to the batsman who was able to go through the line of the ball. Nothing difficult, nothing. Once you play through the line, the wicket is playing well. You're going to get full value for shots like these.
Ball pitch up in the slot and all Katoy had to do was come forward and lift it, which she did. Down the track again and down to the man at mid wicket, wide mid on this time, and pick up another single.
So definitely Belfon is under some pressure. 3 deliveries, some 14 runs, 4 deliveries, 14 runs. So definitely he has to, really regroup quickly in his mind, know what he wants to achieve, and even if it's under Andre Fletcher at the end, he wants to make sure that he executes the plans that they have.
Yeah, guilty of just bringing the ball up too much. And Belfon knows to Fletcher. And, well bowled Fletcher looking to come forward and looking at the umpires. This one was pushed just a bit wider by Belfon.
Yeah, again, seeing him coming, I think really smart bowling. Pitched it, it left him, and so he had to reach and decided not to go through with the shot. So, good bowling.
52 for 1. Belfon over the wicket. Play down to third man. Ambler single takes the score on to 53 for 1 with Fletcher 32 and Katoy on 14.
Yeah, really easy going there now. Some 30 runs needed. 32 deliveries, 31 deliveries to go. They could relax, but are they going to relax? I think they're going to look for the win and look to get their run rate, their net run rate up a bit, just to make sure that they, cement their place at the top.
Yeah, they want to keep the momentum and get there as quickly as possible. As Belfon comes around the wicket, and one more added to the score by the way of extra, and you can ill afford to be bowling extras with just 83 runs needed for victory. It's 54 for 1. We are in just the 5th over, 6th over. Hit straight and long. Let's see the long on getting under it and takes a very simple catch. And another wicket going there for Nutmeg Warriors.
Yeah, Katoy looking to lift this one. He is in a positive mind frame. Getting that one really high. Not really getting much pace behind it with the bat, but went really high and an easy, simple catch for Hamilton. He goes, but more importantly, they're 54 4-3 now. Just some 29 runs adrift, some 30 balls with much good big hitters still coming in.
Well, there need to be some kind of elasticity being applied here now in this innings, because there needs to be some separation between this ratio. 29 runs needed with 30 balls. There needs to be some kind of separation here. The Bayleaf Blasters, of course, would love to have more deliveries, way more deliveries, or way less deliveries, I should say, with more runs. And the Nutmeg Warriors would fancy their chances now, even if it remains like this. So exciting stuff here at the National Stadium. New bowler is coming in from the River Road end. This looks like Rogers. Rogers, yes, he's not yet bowled. This is his first over. He's coming in, but he's got the dangerous Andre Fletcher in front of him. Fletcher is going immediately. A good chance there by backward square, but can't hold on to it. One, they decide to go for two now. Yes, and that will be the story. 2 runs to Andre Fletcher. He was onto it quickly and struck it neatly, but good work down in the back there by Hamilton.
Yeah, again, the Bayleaf Blasters, they would feel that they've been let down by the fielding. He made a really good effort to try and get there, but you need to take these half chances.
Stan Fletcher is bowled. He's got him. He has got his man. Andre Fletcher goes. It was a beautiful delivery, a peach of a delivery, beat Andre Fletcher, all ends up, and that will be a welcome sight for the Bayleaf Blasters, seeing the back of Andre Fletcher heading back to the stands on a fruit of dismissal.
Yes, again, another twist to the tail of this game. With Andre Fletcher going, it could spell a different momentum for the Nutmeg Warriors, but Bayleaf, they have a sniff. And can they maximize it, Jason?
Well, Akim Alexis comes in now for the Nutmeg Warriors. Akim Alexis, of course, no stranger to decent hitting. He would love to get off here at least, put some runs on under his bat. Akim Alexis for the Nutmeg Warriors. Nutmeg Warriors, of course, coming into this competition would love to have a clear win here, because that will set them right up to the top of the table. Akim Alexis has a high score of 38. If he gets anywhere near to that today, they would love it. All right, a strike rate of 115, so he can really have a go at it from time to time. They would need him to be in form here. They've just lost the dangerous Andre Fletcher, and Akim Alexis and Descarte. They're both there now. Fresh pair at the crease for the Nutmeg Warriors.
We give kudos to Rogers on that delivery. Brave, really brave.
Some adjustments there being done by Dennis Smith, the wicket keeper. The ball, there's a call for the bowler's end, and he was living dangerously, was he? Living dangerously was Akim Alexis. There was a start of yes, then no, then stop and start and stop and restart, and all sorts of confusion out there in the middle, but all's well that ends well.
Yeah, good hustle there. I think they understand the importance of not having the dot deliveries, especially at this stage where it's 26 from 27. They need to keep some sort of momentum. They cannot get bogged down right now, because it's going to, give that sort of impetus to the Bayleaf Blasters.
Descarte is going with him. Descarte has decided to go with him. Is it going to carry? There's a man settling on there. Dung at long off. He's caught. And more danger being spelled here. That looks like Andrew, who came around nicely. Was a sort of straight, but the ball went to a wideish long off, and he was taken down on the boundary. So wickets falling here. Excitement building. 57 for 3 now. And Descarte departs in a fruited dismissal. A ball that went up there, some seemed to have some kind of helium injected in it. It stayed up there for a minute, didn't it?
It certainly did. He got underneath the ball and not really getting much power behind it. So it went really high into the air, and the fielder had more than enough time to come around. Though it was sit a bit wide, but he had enough time to come around to settle and to take a really easy catch.
The Nutmeg Warriors now, Imran Joseph has been called upon. So Imran Joseph really would love to get among the runs here. No, Imran Joseph being called upon for the Nutmeg Warriors. The Nutmeg Warriors are 57 for 4. After that dismissal, we're in over number 6. 2 deliveries remaining to wrap up this over. And when we thought the Nutmeg Warriors was going to make light work of this, now we seem to have a game on our hands. 26 needed, 26 needed from 26 deliveries. So this is what you call evenly poised.
Well, this game has a lot of bragging rights because these guys know each other so well that they will not want to let up.
Joseph will get into the action immediately. And Joseph is going, almost taking out the hands of the bowler. Yes, Rogers, and just one. So we're still right there. Tantimal and baskets and food and everything coming to life now. 25 off 25. Pandemonium.
Real pandemonium here. Who will emerge?
So turned and turned down to backward a square. The call is 1. The suggestion was 2. Would have been fatal. And nice work down in the back there. That looks like Alvin Ramnath, the substitute fielder. He's been on the field. It looks like Wavell Hines might be the person off because he was injured yesterday. Had a bat today but didn't do too well with the bat, only picking up 1 run. So he is relaxing. And Ramnath is outside here in the 32 degrees blazing hot sunshine at the National Stadium in St. George's, Grenada. A stadium that has seen the lights of good West Indies cricketers, Junior Murray, Roy Lewis, Devon Smith, all being awarded with branding here at the National Stadium, the National Cricket Stadium. Murray and Lewis stands in their name, and the Players' Pavilion named after Devon Smith. He's outside there directing traffic for the Bayleaf Blasters. They're in the field in blood red. And boy, are they smelling blood now. 59 for 4. 24 off 24. Are you a betting man? It might be a good mark for the playway.
Not a betting man, but really somebody who always looks to analyze the strategies of to try and find out. So I'm seeing Smith bringing back his aces, Trump, one of the most economical bowlers for his team, in Pascal, one of his most experienced. This is only the 6th over. Is he going for the kill? Does he mean that once he gets to see the back of Imran Joseph, he knows that they can overhaul what is going to come from the Nutmeg Warriors?
I don't know. It's totally lost there. Pascal is straight away on the mark. The call for 1 really was disappointment there for Alexis. He really thought the 1 was on, but Imran Joseph probably wanted nothing to do with Nilan Pascal, not at this stage. Wanted to see what Nilan Pascal has to offer. He's an experienced bowler, isn't he? Mixing it up nicely, always does that.
And this is why I'm wondering, exactly what is Devon Smith thinking. Bringing him in, we know that this over could be, once he uses the variation, uses the tactics, the tricks that he has up his sleeve, it definitely could be a very low-scoring over. But would it be enough?
He's got still Belfon and Noel to come, so he's got some bowling up his sleeve, Devon Smith. His time is hooking and hooking, miscued over the back of the batsman. It will drop between the 2 fielders down on the boundary there between Fine Leg and Long On. And Fine Leg, and third man, both coming around and really dissecting both of them up in the air. Even the wicketkeeper tried to get in on the action. Everyone was running to it, but no one got it. And 1 run. being added to the total. 60 for 4.
Yeah, I think Alexis got away with that one there. Pascal pitching it short at pace. It seemed to have rushed him quite a bit. Luckily for him, it went straight over the keeper's head, in between the two fielders. Joseph.
He's looking to play him and getting a thick outside edge down to a third man. Just one. So Nilon Pascal showing his variation, showing his wisdom in this innings here. Devon Smith making a gamble and bringing Nilon Pascal in. He's got 1 over remaining and he's bowling it here now, over number 7. Alexis is waiting on him. Alexis turns him into the onside. 1. The call is 1. They come back for 2. This is going to be danger. He's going to be close. Yes, he makes it. Oh, wow.
I think it was always too really nicely weighted by Alexis. Seeing the opportunity. The men were out back on the boundary, and so they had a long way to come in. And so definitely the 2 was directly on. Good running, good hustle, making sure that they keep the equation as even-steven as possible. 20 from 20 deliveries.
A slower ball, and this time he's driven up through the onside for just 1. And the only one there will be, because the Bayleaf Blasters still feel that they've got a chance. Nyron Belfon, I think it was, down on the boundary there doing some tidy work. Just 1 delivery remaining in this over number 7. 19 from 19. A current rate of 9.37. And an even 6 required will get the Nutmeg over the line. It's flashing and flashing and flashing and not picking up at all. Just the atmosphere and a bit of oxygen being sent to the boundary there by the batsman. So that brings up the end of the over. At the end of over number 7, it's 64 for 4. The Bayleaf Blasters.
What is the mindset of the batsmen out there? Are they going to just look to rotate the strike? Are they going to look to just pick up the singles, the 1s and 2s can give them victory? Or are they going to look for the big shots and really try to finish this game in a hurry?
It's not in the DNA of these Nutmeg Warriors, I can tell you that much. When they look at their team on paper, they've got a batting lineup that is like a... Well, yeah, they've got a deep batting lineup, a lot of firepower in the armory there. So knocking it around, looking for 1s and 2s, I don't think it's in their DNA. They're going to go out and they're going to go out swinging. And that's not a bad thing. It's going to be good for the excitement of the game. But the Bayleaf Blasters would really love for them to want to have to attempt to have a go at it. Bowling coming in now. Rogers will finish. He bowled just 1-5 from his 1 and he's beating the batsman. The call is 1. It's danger here, but just 1 eventually. All's well that ends well. So Alexis living dangerously, both Alexis and Joseph living dangerously for the Nutmeg Warriors. They're trying to get bat on ball, and boys, it's seemingly difficult for them.
Yeah, good hustle. I think they always were committed to the single.
This time he's going with him and going through the onside. The call is 1, the call is 1, the call is 2. Now they're coming back for the second. Good running between the wickets. And these Nutmeg Warriors turning 1s into 2s. It was firmly struck. But the fielder down there was onto it in a flash. But it was always 2.
Yeah, I think the ground that he had to cover will give them 2. That one was not too far away from Smith, who but passed him like a tracer bullet. The man from long on, had to run around quite a bit, and so they were able to get up and down, and 2 more runs to the total.
So no doubt Joseph identifying the farming acreage outside there on the onside. This time he's going and he's bowled him. He's got him. He was going for the big heave. He saw the space outside there, and Joseph, with his head in the air, looked more like Carnival Tuesday afternoon with him. It was going to be such an awesome shot had he latched onto it, but instead the willow didn't connect. The leather met the stumps, and the Bayleaf Blasters, smelling blood, the Nutmeg Warriors in trouble. 67 for 5, 16. Required 15 balls to get it.
Yeah, really good. Again, you look at the Bayleaf Blasters, and you can see the confidence that Devon Smith has in his players, being able to bring Nilon Pascal in, get a really nice tight over in, and now Rogers has given him a breakthrough, which puts the Nutmeg Warriors under further pressure. Definitely, these batsmen will want to keep their heads, look to bring up the singles, bring up the twos, and they could have an easy victory. Can these two youngsters out there really bring it home for the Nutmeg Warriors?
Well, Andre Fletcher boasts generally of the deep batting of these Nutmeg Warriors.
Come boys.
Driving, good shot by the new batsman who comes in. That's Andrew. And Andrew drives up through the offside, picking up one. And the Bayleaf Blasters wouldn't mind this at all. The Nutmeg Warriors would love that, knowing that they're chipping away at this total. 68 for 5, 15 required, 14 balls to get it. Rogers to Alexis. Alexis is back, and dot ball. Haven't seen one of those in a long time. Save and accept the fall of a wicket. And a dot ball there for Rogers. Rogers has been pretty economical in his bowling, actually. 9 runs coming off his spell so far. 1 delivery remaining in his second and final over. Just 1 coming off of it. So a good spell from Rogers. 2 overs, 10 runs, 3 wickets.
Yeah, really good going there by Rogers. Definitely ensuring that he puts his team in a position where they can win this game. 3 key wickets he would have gotten. Definitely, they're looking to try and make sure that they take advantage of the Nutmeg Warriors. I think beating them last year in the finals and having them in this position is saying to them, hey, you got to look out for us. And so it really makes for a good contest between the two. It's not yet over. 2 overs to go, 12 deliveries, 14 runs.
So we've got a change in the bowling now, because it looks like Andrew would be coming in for the Bayleaf Blasters. Kellis Andrew, I make it.
I think this one is Kelshon Andrew.
Kelshon Andrew. Kelshon Andrew. Kelshon Andrew. He's going to be bowling from the Dabo end. He's got Akim Alexis down there waiting on him. The vociferous Dennis Smith is behind the wicket. A chatterbox, a live wire, encouraging his team. There's a big, thick, healthy outside edge. You could hear it from the commentary booth. And the fatal finger, the deadly finger raises. And boy, are these Nutmeg Warriors up against the gun now, because they're 69 for 6. More drama here at the National Stadium. Now, we are in for what will definitely be a nail-biter. Wickets falling like crazy. And Akim Alexis, a fruit of dismissal. He was going to send this one over the onside, making only faint contact with the edge of the bat, and an easy catch for the live wire, the chatterbox in the back there. Dennis Smith taking a regulation catch.
Yeah, good strike. Good strike again. We see Smith calling on his trump card. I think Kelshon is someone who Smith has called on in this type of situation before. We saw it in previous games, bowling the penultimate over, and as a youngster just coming out from under 19 cricket, he's able to hold his own and is showing that he understands what he needs to do out there. So this is a youngster just coming from under 19 cricket, being placed in a position like this, first delivery, wicket. It gives him nothing but confidence.
These Nutmeg Warriors being led by Andre Fletcher, coached by Junior Murray. This time he's looking to thug him through the onside, but only between bat and pad and the stumps. A French cut, what we'd like to call it in local cricket. And it just ambles out through a backward of square. And just one run. Devon Smith wouldn't mind that at all. He's the captain of the Bayleaf Blasters, former West Indies cricketer. He's there at extra cover. He's there at cover, actually. And cheering on his team. This time he's flashing and flashing outside the off stump, and surely the bowler Andrew would be penalized by the umpire. So the extras column has been activated, and when you look at that now, only 3 extras so far in this innings for the Bayleaf Blasters, so they've been pretty disciplined with the ball, haven't they?
Yes, they have been disciplined. It really makes for an interesting game. As I survey the field, Jason, I'm seeing there is an opportunity for so much runs, but the innovation needs to be had by the batsman.
He's bowled him. He's bowled him. He's bowled him. This here is drama. He's bowled him, and the young bowler, who is Andrew, Kelshon Andrew, picking up a wicket, and the wicket of Joseph, I think it was? Javon Andrew. So more drama here now at the National Stadium, because 71 for 7. 12 runs needed. 9 balls to get there. Wickets are falling. 3 wickets remaining. This is going to be some kind of finish. We thought it was a low-scoring encounter. Yes, it turned out to be just that. We thought 83 runs was maybe not enough. It is proving now to be a huge ask. The loan payments on this one is mammoth.
Yeah, again, just looking, and one would want to question the tactics of the Nutmeg Warriors. I don't know what, I can't make good sense of it as yet as to why they're in this position. But again, it's not over, but they will have to work really extra hard. It's 12 runs, 9 deliveries to have. Moses and Joseph will have to ensure that they use their heads, that they really be innovative, because as I was about to speak about the innovation, Andrew lost his wicket trying to cut a ball that is too close.
Moses is a bowler. He opened the bowling for the Nutmeg Warriors when the Bayleaf Blasters were in all sorts of confusion. He's going to get a taste of his own medicine here now, surely.
What are the batsmen thinking?
This time he's flashing and making no connection. Nothing at all.
Keep going.
Pressure been mounting now. 900 PSI. We're over number 9. Figure it out. 8 overs, 4 deliveries being bowled. 8 balls remaining. 12 runs to get. The tail is at the wicket. Cramping him for room. The call for one. Just made it in the nick of time. Cramping in for room, but well negotiated there, of course, by Moses. Negotiated it well and just played it back up the turf, and the bowler does his own work. 72 for 7. Will the tail wag?
Again, I'm just looking and I'm wondering what it is the batsmen are thinking. Are they going to be innovative? Because you look at the onside field, the offside field, it seems a bit packed. but there's space, enough space that if you can find the gaps, you can get this run, this 11 runs that is needed. But are they thinking that?
Making connection, straight back past the bowler. One is the call. They're running the first one hard. They're looking for two. Yes, he's coming. He's changed his mind. He has to hurry back. And yeah, he's there. He's safe. It was a good over because that over, well, Kelshawn Andrew only picking up 4 runs in the over, but more importantly, he has picked up 2 wickets. And this young man is having the time of his life. The Nutmeg Warriors are 73 for 7 in a serious spot of bother. Deep waters out there in the middle with only a live boat and no life jacket. Anything could happen.
Well, anything could happen. Six deliveries, 10 runs. It's manageable. 1 maximum. Or you can also go with 5 twos. There's much possibilities here that the Nutmeg Warriors can win this game, but I can tell you that the Bayleaf Blasters are having a different trend of thought. They believe that they can win this one.
So, left-handed bowler comes into play now. This looks like Belfon, Nyron Belfon. He has bowled 1 over. He went for 15 in that over. Just 1 wicket he picked up. He went for 15. He was spanked around the ground. He would love to make some amends, pick up some wickets. This tail surely wants to wag. 1 over remaining, the last over. 6 balls, 10 runs. Nutmeg Warriors in search of a wicket. They've boasted of their batting from 1 to 15. Now, let's see what 8 and 9 can do.
There's a bit of pressure out there. Belfon will want to get it right.
You've got to be careful how you use your words. You said a bit of pressure. Are we looking at 2 different games?
Yeah, you in this format you hit a miss at this stage. 10 runs could get there very quickly.
He's struck it well through the onside. The call is 1. They're coming back for the second one. They've got to run hard. The wicketkeeper is there. Dennis Smith takes off the bails. It's gone. Dennis Smith takes off the bails in a flash. And boy, was he lightning quick with it. So good work there by Dennis Smith. And Joseph is gone. He is sent back running with the same speed. And another fruit of dismissal. The Nutmeg Warriors, well, they need that warrior fighting spirit. They need it now more than ever. 73 for 8 is the score.
Yeah, again, is it that he panicked? Because you have time. There is still time. Only 1 delivery going in the over. This ball was firmly struck. Got to the fielder pretty quickly. But he was just committed to 2. I don't think he really assessed the condition well. And so losing his wicket, another big blow to the defense of that 83 runs. The Nutmeg Warriors, they're making a meal of this.
You say they're making a meal of it. I say a total mess of it are they making. Josh Thomas comes in to strike now. Josh Thomas, of course, a bowler. And he would love to be credited with some kind of trophy here today. Saying as a bowler, he got them across. What's his batting average? Let's see what his batting average is. Is it something to write home about? A high score of only 4. Picks up 1 here. He's only got a high score of 4 in this tournament. So, as a bowler, he would rehearse all the fantastic shots down at the non-striker's end. And then when time to play, you lose your shape. Your shape is in Sauters and you're all the way in Point Saline. Let's see what will happen here now. Belfon is into Moses. Moses is going with him. He's going over the infield on the offside. 1 is the call, and only 1 they will get It was firmly struck aerial and safe, but going out to the extra cover boundary, just one. And the score now moves on to 76 for 8. 7 runs required. 3 deliveries to get there. Hold on to your seats, or maybe you should stand.
Again, one has to question the tactics of the Nutmeg Warriors going for power, but at this stage it doesn't require full power.
This time he's going. This is Josh Thomas going and going hard, but only one single through the offside. Really should have been trying to place that into the onside, because the onside, really, everyone is deep on the field. The mid wicket is on the boundary. A wideish mid on is on the boundary. The long on is on the boundary. The square leg, a backward square, is up. So there's lots of acreage there, farming acreage on the onside, but he only decided to go through the offside where it's packed like a box of matches.
Yeah, again, you question the tactic of the Nutmeg Warriors. With all the space, there just might be a hole developing on the wicket.
He's going and flashing and missing and connecting with nothing. So the last delivery. 6 runs required. Anything over the boundary now is going to be absolutely perfect. Pandemonium. 1 ball, 6 runs, 77 for 8. Moses is there waiting. He's got to hit this over the ropes. Belfon is probably going to look for the Yorker now.
If he misses his length, he will disappear.
Do or die. Yes, he looked for the Yorker. He sticked it. The nick came in. And it was dropped by the wicketkeeper, but he didn't matter. Dennis Smith didn't matter. The batsman could not move a muscle, could not move an inch. And victory for the Bayleaf Blasters, winning by 5 runs. What a day it has been so far. The Bayleaf Blasters only was able to muster 83 runs in their 10 overs. Really, we thought it wasn't going to be enough because of the firepower from the Nutmeg Warriors that we know them to have. The Nutmeg Warriors came out looking dangerous with Andre Fletcher, but was only able to muster 77 in the end. 77 for 8, really making a mess of this total. And boy, would they be disappointed with this showing.
Yeah, I know they would be disappointed. I think the approach from most of the batsmen, or many of the batsmen, really wasn't the right approach. You know, there is still time. You had at no point you would think that the run with the equation was ahead of them, but unable to really assess the situation and play accordingly. So definitely, my good friend Junior Murray will have to, rethink. I don't know what is it between Junior Murray and Devon Smith, but Devon Smith just seemed to be getting the better of Junior Murray.
Well, they are good friends, and they will have to figure that out. Devon Smith, Junior Murray, good friends, both playing for the West Indies in their time, and of course did very well when they had the opportunity to. Now let's run through the scorecard quickly for you. For the batsman, the Nutmeg Warriors, Andre Fletcher decided to come out and lead from the front. Opening batsman, he was bowled by Rogers for 34 of 22 deliveries, spent less than half an hour on the wicket really, with a strike rate of 154. After that, I think it was Kieran Kotoy who mustered 14, and Kotoy was caught by Hamilton. Caught by Hamilton in the deep, bowled by Belfon. After that, everyone else, just really the scorecard looked like an overseas number. 708, 413, 2-2. Everything else looked like an overseas number there. But in the bowling department, well, the wickets was really hogged up by Richard Rogers, who picked up 3 wickets for 10 runs off his 2 overs, the best bowling figures by far. Kelshon Andrew picked up 2 in his 1 over for 4 runs. Was pretty decent as well. And 8 runs for 1 wicket in 1 over from Shaban Noel. So the Bayleaf Blasters really a couple of runouts as well. And the Bayleaf Blasters doing some good work and wrapping up these Nutmeg Warriors. A rematch from the finals last year. And the Bayleaf Blasters showing why they would have smashed the Nutmeg Warriors. I repeat, lightning striking in the same place twice, they say.
Again, you look at the results of this game, and definitely kudos to Devon Smith and the Bayleaf Blasters. I think their tactics, their approach in terms of understanding that they need to build pressure, and they did that quite well. The batsmen unable to respond to the pressure that is out there, and giving their wickets away, running, without really assessing conditions. And so a really good clinical performance by the Bayleaf Blasters.
Yeah, the Bayleaf Blasters showing why they are on top. And we've got some stuff happening down on the field. Of course, the presentations to be made, and Kerry's down there. He's going to be chatting with a couple of players as we go through the afternoon. He's got some players down there with him. He's going to be chatting with them in just a little while. But a good day for cricket, as you see. Your picture on the screen shows no clouds at all, if very little, and high in the distance. And we've got another match coming up later on this afternoon. What do you make of match number 2?
All right, so match number 2, Ginger Generals versus the Clove Challengers.
All right, so the Ginger Generals, of course, playing against the Clove Challengers. These two teams are kind of struggling, I could say, because the Ginger Generals are yet to find themselves in the win column, and the Ginger Generals are playing the Clove Challengers. The Clove Challengers, of course, with 2 wins already in this tournament, and no doubt they would love to extend that. All right, so Kerry is down there. We've got presentations to make. We've got batting awards to give out, bowling awards, and man of the match. So Kerry, take it, it's yours.
Thank you very much, Jason. We're here at the post-match ceremony where we recognize the outstanding performers. First of all, we start with the power rate, power strikers for these matches. The batsmen hitted most 6s. We have joint winners in this one, Devon Smith and Kieran Kotoy. Both would have smashed 2 6s. So we're going to have the presentation made by Isaiah Peters to our 2 batsmen who would have hit 2 6s in the innings. All right, well done, gentlemen, and congrats on your performances. All right, we're now going to go into the second Isaiah. We ask you to remain for the bowler with the best economy rate. The bowler with the best economy rate in the tournament, in the match, and that goes to Sheldon Joseph for his 2 overs, 1 for 6. He will receive his prize from Isaiah. And the final award goes to the player of the match, and that will be presented again by Isaiah. And that the player of the match for this match is Richard Rogers, whose 3 wickets would have been instrumental in his team claiming a very close victory against the Nutmeg Warriors. Richard, must have been happy with your performance with the ball today.
Yeah, and basically, I'm thank God for the health and strength. I'll thank for the skipper. Give me the ball, and he asked me to do the best, so I did it for him.
Going in there, only getting 82 on the board. You guys felt that you were in the game at that stage?
Well, basically, runs on board is runs on board, but the bowlers, we do our part, and actually we done it for the skip.
All right, and also responsible for some important wicket. Was the pressure on you coming in at that stage of the bowling inning?
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, well, done very well against one of West Indies open bat, Andrew Fletcher, and I feel very happy to get him out.
All right, well, Richard, we want to say congratulations and all the best to the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, thanks.
So that's all from the presentation ceremony. Quite happy, elated Richard Rogers with his performance, and another victory in the tournament for the defending champions, Bayleaf Blasters.
Yeah, the Bayleaf Blasters leading from the front, showing why they are the defending champions in this one, and putting a wrap on things. So that's it from match number 1 on day number 5. Match day number 5 coming up at about 2:30 this afternoon. The Ginger Generals will be going up against the Clove Challengers. Look out for that. We'll be coming back in just about 25 minutes to bring you through the paces of match number 2. Stay with us. This is Cricket Action at the National Stadium, the Dream 11 T10 tournament.